So, all right. Hey, Jeffrey, you can hear me now. It says you can hear. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Uncle Rick, I can see you talking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, that's weird. Let's see what my mic
No,
is.
I'm kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding. It's a late April
yes.
Fool's joke.
Yeah, I like your green and blue lights. Let's see who this is. It's the two of us. I think Aunt Patty's texting me. Let's see what she is. You looking good.
Thanks, Uncle Rick.
So you leave it set up like that. What kind of plan is that on over your right shoulder there?
That is a fake plant that my mom gave me. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. It looks like some kind of bamboo.
Yeah, it looks great. I think you're right. That way you don't have to
Thanks.
worry about it dying if you take care of it. Looks like you got a star over your left shoulder in the blue. Looks like you got some sort of a star fleet of
Oh, yeah.
insignia on the second shelf.
Right here.
Yeah,
Yep. That's a Starfleet insignia.
that's what I figured. I can't tell you what it looks like. Some kind of moon sitting on a plate stand up there, and two lenses.
Yep. That's the moon.
Yeah. Oh, the
That
photo line.
that is
Like a
portrait lens.
yeah.
And the other one is a wide angle lens. And the camera's up here with a telephoto lens.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looked like a water bottle that's shaped like a lens.
An expensive
That's what
water
they are.
bottle.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, if you ever drill it out, let me know. Drill out the glass and make it, make it a water dispenser, put a dispenser. Let me see what's going on with Aunt Patty here. And let me know when. She says, I don't know what that means. Let me know when. We're on right now. I only got the free version, so it only go for 40 minutes.
Well, I'm on my work account, so it'll
Well,
probably just.
if you could host it, that'd be great. But the clocker, we've got 30 more minutes.
Is it showing you a clock?
No, but it's free version. They only give you a certain amount of time. Mike's not back yet. He's at we're up in Buffalo. He's starting out. Well, he's been working remotely for Mattel for a long time. And here's Mark. Let's see.
I don't see anybody else in here. Oh, there he is.
Here's Mark. I just spoke to Oma, Grandma, a few minutes ago. Hey, Mark.
I saw her yesterday.
Oh, you went to lunch with Jeff, with Greg and Simoy and the kids?
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice.
Where'd you go?
Madison's by the waterfront.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that. That's
Dad,
great.
you dropped your phone.
Yeah, it's sure like I haven't really seen many pictures of Josh, but he's only 3 weeks old. Mom told me that he slept through the whole 4 hours of lunch.
You mean Logan?
Logan, I call him Josh. Josh Noah's on the other side. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah. Yeah, Logan just slept the whole time. Very peaceful.
Yeah, I gotta keep my name straight. What's Logan's middle name?
William.
Oh, right. I'm so out of the loop. Seems that just couldn't keep it all straight. Right. He's not really real to me yet because I haven't seen him. But
Yeah, and I mean, at the age that he's at is very non-interactive. So
yeah,
even if you see him, it's just a quiet little baby sitting there.
right. Well, at least he's a quiet little baby right now.
Yeah.
Maybe
He doesn't cry that much.
Here's
Thankfully.
Jason. Okay. Hey, Jay.
It's Evie and Lizzie that monopolize the conversation.
I'm sure they do. They make sure that's the case.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Emily. How's it going?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
It's so good to see you, Jeff. It's been forever.
I know. I think it's been since the last time Uncle Rick set up one of these calls. How are
It,
you two
yeah,
doing?
which feels like a really long time ago, but I was just saying to Jason, Rick, it's really nice that you set these up, and thank you so much for doing that for our family. It's so nice.
Well,
It
it's
is
the only way
nice.
you can all seem to get together with
Yeah,
with distance.
I
Mike,
love your background, Jeff.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not surprising that that you're the most organized when it comes to awesome backgrounds with your YouTube channel. You've been, working so hard on your production stuff. It's looking great.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Is that a painting in the background there behind you guys? Looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's we really like the colors. We have chairs that match the green like turquoise color. So when we saw this painting, we're like, yep, have to snag that. It works perfectly.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that too. I'm not normally one for abstract art, but that one's really attractive.
Yeah, it's supposedly Niagara Falls, and that's
that's
where
what I
my
was going to
parents.
say. Yeah, it looks exactly
Yeah.
like Niagara Falls. So
You see it, Rick?
Yeah, I'm actually only about a half an hour away from it right now, Niagara.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I look at it and I see a blob. I don't really see Niagara Falls.
Well, you have
There's no
to,
wrong answer
you have to
here.
prompt me though. If you didn't tell me it was Niagara Falls, I'd never
I should have
thought
started.
that.
I should have asked everyone to guess.
Yeah, that would take a long time.
So I heard you two are expecting soon. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Friday.
Friday?
Big
Wow.
day.
You got like an appointment?
Sorry.
You've got an appointment set up already.
Well, that's our due date.
The due date. Okay, I didn't know whether you're going to induce on that day or. what the
No,
plan
I think we'll probably have that conversation on Friday though at our last appointment. So we'll see. But yeah, Friday, hopefully he or she will arrive before then so we don't have to make those decisions. But these things happen when they, babies when they want to come. So
I can't
Hey, Mark.
imagine how excited you are.
yeah, we're really excited and kind of can't believe it.
Last few days, just the two of us.
I know, it's weird. How are you doing, Uncle Mark?
I'm doing great. Jeffrey, this is very elegant what you've got there that you're showing us. I'm using my new iPhone. I'm a new iPhone guy,
Nice.
so I'm trying this out. It doesn't
Don't
look
kill
as
him,
good
Jason.
as my tablet, so I'll probably sign off and go to the tablet here in a minute, but I thought
Yeah.
I'd try out my iPhone.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go try to get Oma back on the phone. I was on the phone with her 40 minutes ago to get her all tested and set up. And we were doing just fine, and now she's not here. So,
Yeah, we need the birthday girl.
yeah, she's the, well, it's only 6 minutes in. Hey, Mom, we're all on the call waiting for you. Did you press the link on the,
No, I closed down my iPad.
oh, well, that was just the test. We're doing it now. That was. It sounds like you got the TV on. I could send you another email if that would work. Everyone can hear you right now, by the way, until we get you going. You can say hello. So, there's no,
Hi, Oma.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Mom.
I don't know if she's
I
there.
think Zoom is filtering. Zoom is
You
filtering
go ahead and
outside.
send another email.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if she could hear us.
Well, I don't know why not. It's on speakerphone.
I think Zoom is considering it outside noise and it's filtering it
Oh,
out.
it could be canceled. Could be, could be. Of course, yeah, that's noise canceling for you. All right.
Yeah, it's blurring your hand.
Yeah, let me go ahead and resend. Okay. Mom, are you still there? Hello? He's not listening at all, I think.
Okay, I'll put the Zoom on again.
Yeah, I'm just sending you another message if it makes it easier. It just says join Zoom meeting. Look at you. Okay, so it should be there momentarily. You should also be able to click on any of the links I sent you. Let's see, we got a message here from Susie. she said she won't make it today. So, okay, so we won't see you, Susie and Ryan.
George joined the meeting.
Right, you got the link, so you click it, it should just take you right in.
What are your parents?
Ah, maybe this is you. No, this is Mark, he's coming in from this.
Says meeting ID.
Yeah. It asks you to type it? It seems like you should just be able to click the link. That'd be easier. The link in the email I just sent.
Oh, I'm not on the email, I'm on the Zoom.
All right, well, here's what we should do then. I can give you the code you can type in, the meeting ID.
Okay.
Okay. The
What's
meeting,
it says personal link name.
the personal link name, there's an ID if you want to type it in. 79809.
It stands for a name.
Oh, a name? We don't actually have a name. We have an ID number. Why don't you just select?
Probably asking for her name.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Just
is it
ask her
asking you for your name? Just,
any name. Pick a name.
356-7412.
yeah, that's the ID. Yep. And if you want to
Just
put a
tell it-
name in, just put your own
I
name.
already did it.
Okay.
Now it says, please enter your passcode.
Passcode's 48 capital K. You ready?
Wait. 48,
Capital K.
yeah,
And then the other ones are lowercase. U as in universe, F as in foxtrot, and C as in Charlie.
okay, let's continue.
Okay. let's look and
Wait.
see.
It says incorrect passcode, give it again.
Okay, everyone's being entertained. The passcode
Oh man.
is 79809. Sorry,
Isn't it check?
what's that?
You asking for something else?
No, no.
Incorrect passcode, all right.
The,
What do you give it?
the passcode is wrong. It's 48.
Wait a second. 48,
K, the capital K, like special K. And then UFC, as in universe, foxtrot, Charlie. Those are all lowercase, the last three.
okay, then what?
Then you click OK. Submit.
It's waiting, now it's on.
All right.
We're
Don,
in with video.
there you go. All right. What are you typing there, Jeff? That's pretty. There you go. You're here.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. Jeff fixed it. I don't know what he was typing there. He wasn't even looking at his keyboard.
Okay.
Okay.
There you are. Okay, I'm
Okay.
hanging up. Love it. Bye.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Oma.
Thank you. Hi, Jeff. You look wonderful.
Well, thank you. So do you.
And there's Jason and Emily. You look
Hi.
wonderful.
Emma.
Happy birthday.
Miss you.
Thank you.
Are you having a nice day?
Yeah, I had a wonderful day. I had lunch with two of my best friends, and then Greg sent me this bouquet of fruit and chocolate, and I shared it with my neighbors. We had a little get together outside my apartment, and so they all had some of the fruit and stuff.
That's
It
very
was
nice.
Greg's so thoughtful.
And
Perfect
here's,
birthday.
thank you very much. So, how are you feeling? Are you ready at any minute?
Any minute, Friday. I know you wanted today. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
I tried my best though for you. But yeah, I think if I had to get, Jason thinks the baby's going to be late. I think on or around the due date. I'm thinking.
Can you
maybe-
stand up so we can see how you look?
Sure.
Very nice.
You have names picked out yet?
I could send you some pictures, Grandma Barbara. I've taken some baby bump pictures that I could send to you
Oh, okay.
so you could see my belly.
No sonogram pictures?
We do have names picked out, but we're not,
Yeah,
we're still struggling with the
we're top
final
secret.
selection.
we're a couple on the
Well,
short
the
list.
latest one is Logan.
Yeah.
That is the
Logan
latest
was
tradition.
born Valentine's Day. And I spent the day with him yesterday and he slept the whole time. I got there at
Aw.
1 o'clock and I left at 5 and he was still asleep.
That's a
Wow,
long
what a
For
time.
champ.
all the 4 hours that I was there.
He's like a month old now, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
there's Mark,
I'm here.
the
That's
judge.
my birthday.
Well, Jason and Mark have birthdays coming up next week, 16th.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Mitchell too.
Next
Mitch
Friday,
is
is it?
the 21st,
Saturday.
20th, I think. Mitch is the 20th,
21st.
21st.
And you and Mark and Jason are the 16th.
Right.
A lot of birthdays in April.
That's right.
Yeah.
Moyes was April 1st.
That's right. And Jason and I and Mitch are all what, 38 years old?
Well, I'm only 39. I don't know about the rest of you.
Right. It's sometimes it gets transposed with you, Ma, where it says 93, but it's actually 39.
I'm going to
That's
catch up to
fine.
you soon, Oma.
So,
That was a beautiful picture you posted, Rick, of Grandma Barbara earlier. Really nice picture.
Oh, the one on the website, right.
Wait, which website?
On Facebook, there was a picture, I found a black and white picture. I think it was from Mom's high school yearbook. And I
Oh.
colorized it.
Awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it came out.
How did you colorize it, Rick? Is that a software?
I just used a, it was something that was, someone had hosted in Kubernetes. That was an AI experiment. So it was a friend of mine who works for a post-production house. So it's really designed to do motion imaging, but I just did one frame. The movie stuff takes a lot of horsepower to process a moving picture to do that, as you can imagine. But it's amazing.
it's amazing what people can do today with the internet and everything.
It is.
Yeah. So you're in your house now, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm in my office.
Oh, that's nice.
Very
I'm in
cold.
the office too. And Mark's in his office.
Look, you look like
Oma,
you gotta- you look like
don't you
got
like the
it done.
painting that Jason and Emily have?
Which page is that? Oh, that's beautiful.
Actually, it matches the chair that you're sitting on right now. It's a similar color.
Mhm.
My chair is turquoise.
Turquoise, yeah.
Is that the new, I think when we spoke a couple months ago, Oma, you were expecting a new chair. Is this the new chair or is that still coming in the mail?
This is an older chair. I'm getting a new one. I picked it out with Mark. It's going to be leather.
Oh, nice.
Here's Ryan. Hello.
Hey, Ryan.
No,
Yeah,
mic.
Jason and Emily, when Wayne and I were helping Mom pick out the chair, Wayne at Lazy Boy remarked about how agile she was when she jumped out of the chair, the first one she was in. She said, "Wow, Barbara, you really have a lot of agility here. Your legs are really strong." And I said, well, that's because she spent most of her young years kicking the children.
I did a yelling. Every time I yelled, they disappeared.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Wayne thought it was a riot. I guess he could identify with the fact that mothers kick their children. But the fact of the matter was that your Aunt Patty, or in your case, Jason,
Your
your
mother.
mother and I, we were very good we were expert at hiding under the bed. Ricky was not so good at hiding under the bed. So he took most of the blame as we were growing up and most of the beatings. It's just was that thing. So whenever anything went wrong, it was, well, who did this? Well, Patty and I would always say, well, Ricky did it. And then he would get the blame. Most of the time he was entitled to the blame, but not always, you know.
So if I'm hearing correctly, it was somewhat of a conspired alliance of blame shifting.
Well,
Yeah,
the truth
well,
is that I could take it.
It's easier when there's three of you, but you know, in your case, Jason, it was just you and Ryan. So that's pretty hard to do, you know, it was pointing fingers, but
Who got in trouble more, you or Ryan?
Anytime Ryan got hurt, I got in trouble.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, the older one always gets in trouble.
Jeff, was it the same with you and Greg?
No, if I got in trouble every time Greg got hurt, I would just always be in trouble. He was perpetually hurt.
Jeffrey was an uninjured child. Gregory, on the other hand, his best friend Mikey caused him to have broken everything all the time. In fact, one time we went to Blake emergency room, and I asked him there. I said, you know, he's been in every one of the rooms. Doesn't he get some sort of certificate? Because in the emergency room they had like 8 different rooms, and he had been in every one. And it was a routine. He would go in there and say, "Can you put the hockey on?"
He was into skateboarding back then, right? Was that one of the
skateboarding and you know,
Roller
you name it.
skating.
Roller skating. He had injuries. Jeff, you never broke anything all the years.
No, I broke a toe at one point, but that was it.
No. Well, your younger brother just recently broke his foot, you know.
Yeah, yeah. He
Tell them
sure
about
did.
that. They don't know about that. Go ahead, tell them the story.
I still don't know exactly how he broke it. I think he was just walking around his house and accidentally kicked something. And he started limping around. I started calling him One Leg Greg.
Did he go and get surgery, or just one of those like stay off it kind of healing?
Her toe.
No, he just let it heal on its own.
Yeah,
What
and
about that
then he
Mother's Day?
re-injured it.
When Greg was in the water and he ruined Mother's Day because he stepped on something and you took him to the emergency room. I think he still has scars from it.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
sliced the top of his foot. That's what happened.
It's only a matter of time till he's living through that with Evie, Lizzie, and Logan. One of them's gonna start hurting themselves.
Yeah, and Jason,
Patty.
Emily, one thing that you need to know is that when you have another child, which you will, watch out for the bunk beds, because invariably when you leave the babysitter with the 2 children and the bunk bed, you're going to get the call that one of them has fallen out of the top bunk and broken their arm, and whatever romantic dinner you had planned will be over, unless you do what our in-laws, our son-in-law Doug and Veronica Van Dyke did, and that is make themselves incommunicado.
Yeah.
So when Noah, it was Noah that fell off the top of the bunk and broke his wrist, had to go to the emergency room in St. Pete to All Children's Hospital. We were the contact people. So
Oh,
we
wow.
took him to St. Pete. We could not reach his parents because they were celebrating something or other, which was fine. I mean, it's just part of the grandparent parent experience. But
I know Patty and Mitch will do that for us in a second if they were here.
you will spend time in the emergency room, and you know the doctor or the nurse will come out and tell you what you're looking at. And the good news is that young children, they heal very well. The rest of us don't.
True. Except for this
Although
guy who's
Jason-
healed from
Jason,
surgery.
you're doing very
Yeah.
well for an old man in terms of
He
healing.
really did.
I'm trying to get more practice in recovering from injuries now so I can be better at it later.
They told him he wasn't going to really walk without crutches or assistance until March, and he was snowboarding in December.
That's not surprising.
He did pretty good.
Oh, there's Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Hi, guys.
Grandmother.
What's that?
You're the future grandmother.
I'm the future Nana, Poppy. When we were at this wedding last night, we were with friends that were telling us that they picked out names themselves. I can't remember, it was Oma, it may have been Oma, I can't remember. But then now, her name is Madison, but they call her Maddie Blake. She decided to call them a different name, so now they had to change it. So instead of being Nana, it's like Rams or something, because the first grandchild decided she didn't like it. So she calls her
The
something else.
grandchild decided they didn't like the name that the grandmother picked for themselves.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I think Oma's a great name.
The
So
best one.
that will be fun to see whether Nana and Poppy actually become, what if we don't become Nana and Poppy because somebody on Jason and Emily's side, like their baby, says, no, it's Grammy.
Yeah.
Well, this is I mean,
Well, we'll introduce you however you want to be introduced, Pat, and we'll see what sticks.
I think
Yeah.
we'll raise our kids, you call people the way that they want to be called, and you don't make up names for people.
You could be Pima.
And M-Pop?
And Pop. Pop is cute.
I think first you have to figure out a name for the baby.
Yeah.
You worry about the.
That's a good point.
Well, I like Logan. I think Logan's a lovely name.
It's taken.
I know. Logan William Singer.
Well,
Beautiful.
We happened to see a Seinfeld episode in the hotel room where Mike and I are staying. And the episode of Seinfeld was the one where George was giving advice on baby names, and he wanted Soda, and he wanted his own baby to be named Seven after Mickey
Kevin.
Mantle. I don't remember that. And they sold Seven. I
Yeah.
forgot about that show. It was, for you guys, you were just babies when that show was on the air.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of like reruns of just like baby episodes. So we watched that episode of Seinfeld, and we just watched the I Love Lucy episode last night where they're packing for the hospital. Has everyone seen that? I know, Pat, we were talking
Oh,
about
that
this
was such a classic where they were
Yeah.
rehearsing for weeks, that when she says, I'm having a baby, he would walk into the closet, take the suitcase out, do all the things. And the only thing they forgot was Lucy. He got to the hospital, left her in the apartment.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was a classic. Wasn't that funny?
Yeah.
So cute.
Mom, I told you should watch Being the Ricardos. I was surprised that didn't get any nominations. I thought it was a terrific film. The biography of the two, 1 year in their marriage, Ricky and Lucy, and I forgot the name of the actress. Did any of you guys see it?
Yeah, Emily, you saw it, right?
We saw it.
You watched the,
Yeah.
I watched one, was it one episode or?
That was a movie. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
with
okay.
Nicole Kidman, right?
Yeah, Nicole Kidman played Lucy. She was better than Lucy was as Lucy.
Yeah.
And who played Ricky Ricardo?
Was it Javier Bardem?
Javier Bardem.
Mhm. Yeah, it was great.
It's fun watching the old style of sitcom today. There's a lot of purity in that production that there's a lot of physical, like they don't prioritize like, for example, there's a few scenes where it's like the whole group is staring at Lucy, there's a lot of this,
cute.
I don't know, like it's a more bodily animated comedy style, and really like watching some of the old stuff. It helps kind of show how the modern sitcoms, they just miss on some basic premises.
I just love the
No.
scenes behind the scenes.
Jason,
Mom, you know that
Jason,
Aunt
you're
Ruth's
totally
friend
wrong.
was-
And the reason that you're wrong, Jason, is because when we were your age, no one looked at the stuff from the 20s and the 30s. That's a fact. And when we were in our young teens, we didn't listen to music from post-World War I. But still now today, young people listen to rock and roll from the 50s and the 60s. So when it comes to, what is the best of the best in terms of sitcoms and some of the stuff that's been on, you're even talking about Seinfeld. That's 80s and 90s stuff.
Yeah,
The fact is that the entertainment that came out of in particular, the 60s and the 70s was so good and so solid that young people are attracted to it because the
Yeah.
current entertainment isn't really as well done.
Like
That's
Hogan
just my-
Pharaohs and Hee
Yeah,
Haw.
I think that's what I was
I,
saying, yeah.
I really miss those shows, Mark. That was
What's
the peak of art. Laugh-In, Hee Haw, that country show, Petticoat Junction. I mean, I think it showed more a difference about society was then than now.
Yes, well, you're exactly right. It has to do with, how society was. And the question isn't what do the older people like us feel about all this that they grew up with? It's why are so many young people still attracted to so many of the things that we used to watch when we were younger? That's the question. I don't have an
Dad,
answer.
what shows are you talking about?
He's talking about the
What's that?
Three Stooges,
I Love
maybe.
Lucy.
Yeah. Well, that's all we had, though. It wasn't like there was a million shows. There were 3 networks, and each year they'd come out with a certain number of shows that would have a stick-to-itiveness to it, a stickiness to it, and there weren't that many. And they had to appeal to everybody to get on the air. Now people have podcasts, little shows of their own with a following because it's global too. In those days, it was TV for America. It wasn't for Latin America. It wasn't for Europe. We grew up in a very myopic culture. We only saw
All right,
ourselves.
but Jason and Emily, Jerry Seinfeld's over 50.
Yeah.
You're still talking about Seinfeld. What is it that attracts you?
All the time.
What is it that attracts you to that kind of entertainment?
The writing.
The
The
writing's-
writing
yeah.
is brilliant.
It's just tight. I think it's tight comedy. Where I think that a lot of modern TV, it's drawn out and like the story could be told in a fraction of the time. Where Seinfeld is like a tight 15-minute comedy bit.
And it all comes together in the end.
Yeah, it's just really well written. Where I think today's monetization of like screen time, they'll draw out the same plot
Mm.
10 times
Over
as
5
long.
seasons. And
Right.
yeah.
It's kind
That
of
makes,
like the
that
Beatles.
makes a lot of sense. You're right about that. It's like big chuckles. Like we watched 2.5 Men too. It's very classic, right? You have one
But
topic.
that goes back to Rick's point earlier about everybody watched the same shows back in the day. Like there was only a few of them. So there was a lot of scrutiny to make sure that they were really good because most of the mass media consumption was looking at it. Where
I
today,
still remember that Seinfeld show about the rye bread.
Yeah.
Mr.
That's
Bookman,
when,
That's
yeah, I mean, it was
Right,
clever
right,
writing, by the way, right.
Or the chocolate babka. They're waiting and waiting with that number. And, and Jerry didn't get the chocolate babka. And
And ultimately, Jerry Seinfeld and the folks on that show were just talented comedians.
Mhm.
And that was
Every
like-
now and then, you're going to have people that are just gifted
Oh, in the car.
with making people laugh. Folks like
There's also
Seinfeld,
an
Robin
audience.
Williams, and others.
Yeah, it's also an audience thing, too, like-
Uncle Rick spent a lot of time with Dreyfus, didn't you? Rick?
did you work with?
He and Reiner, Rob Reiner, and
Bob Reiner and
they did a lot of stuff with the conventions. And I think it was first time was with John Kerry's campaign. They were very involved with that up in Boston.
but didn't you do some things with Dreyfus? What was her first name? Louise.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Yes.
Yeah. She and Rob Reiner, we did some PSAs for them and commercials with them. And then they were on stage a bit at the convention. That was the one that was in Boston. Greg was with me there.
Jason was there too.
Jason was in.
no, Jason never went with you. Jason, you never went with Rick anywhere.
Now, didn't Jason and Greg go to the Boston Democratic Convention?
No, that was just Greg.
Just Greg. Jason didn't go.
And Mike went to
Jason-
2012.
Jason came to Washington with me to go to the studios with Rick. Remember, Jason? We took the Amtrak down.
Yeah, well, that was a
I
long.
took him
time.
out of school to take, we were lobbying for the Community Oncology Association and I took Jason on the Excella. Remember that, Jay?
I remember.
I go to Florida.
And Patty, are you still getting that house in Washington?
Which house? The house we bought?
They already have it.
You already have it. Oh, are you living there
They're
now?
living there.
No, I'm not there now, but we stayed there last month when we went there. It's not totally furnished. Has 2 beds and a dining room set, but we're gonna get more furniture next month. Yeah, we love it.
That's awesome.
You've been to Port Ludlow, right?
No, I've never been to Washington State.
Well, I think there's a good reason to come now.
Yeah,
Well,
I want to go out there this summer.
Jeffrey is
That might be a
outfitting
good
his,
thing. You can get to see the baby.
Jeffrey has been outfitting his trailer. Jeff, tell them what you're doing to upgrade your trailer with your solar stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm upgrading my trailer with lots of batteries and solar and everything, and I'm hoping to take it out west again this summer. So if I manage to get up to Washington, I definitely want to come visit you guys.
Yes,
You
please.
get
do
to
that.
see the baby.
I see a baby.
Yeah.
I saw
I was gonna say,
Logan.
speaking of babies,
Is
hi
there
guys.
Logan here?
Hi,
Hi,
guys.
Greg.
That's Sumoy, yeah.
Can I
Hey.
see? Bring Logan closer.
Logie Bear.
Oh,
Aw.
Hey, it's
Why, how
Willie.
much did he weigh when he was born? I forgot.
8 pounds, 5 ounces.
And what is he now?
He should be almost 12 pounds.
Wow.
When did you
Oh,
have
there's
him?
the boy.
Huh?
What was it? What's his birthday?
Logan.
The
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
February 14th.
Yeah, and happy birthday to Sumoy too.
Yeah,
Happy birthday. April
Happy birthday.
Fools.
April Fool's Day.
April Fools.
It's a little Greg. How are you doing, Emily? I know that your due date is soon.
He's still
yeah, I'm
sleeping.
doing well. Really soon, Friday.
Oh my God, how are you feeling?
I feel pretty good. Just tired, not sleeping great, but all in all, really can't complain. It's been
How about
it's been
you,
fun.
Jason?
I'm good.
How are you doing?
Panic
Getting-
attacks.
I
Emily,
see Logan's
Emily,
still
Jay and I are
sleeping.
waiting for the 16th. I'm sorry.
I know. How cool would that be? We also celebrate the cats' birthdays on the
Yeah,
16th.
that would
Everyone
really
in the
be
house would have an
something.
April 16th
The
birthday.
baby's on the 16th.
Well, you know, Emily, I was induced on the 16th and at 10:06 I had Jason. It almost was the 17th.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. But they were all shooting for a C-section, but I waited it out.
Yeah, but
That's
back then,
good.
Patty, you thought raising children would be easy. Now you know better.
But every
No, I didn't
generation-
think so, Mark. I knew it was hard. I saw already what you were going through with Jeff. I already knew. You were in
Yeah,
trouble.
Jeffrey was hard. Jason was easy. It was Ryan who was trouble.
Ryan's not on the call right now.
I
Right.
know, he's still trouble. He knows it. We've talked about it.
Mhm. I think you didn't like the fact that Ryan screamed in the car and used to throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
He got car sick all the time.
Well, so did Greg.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
that too.
Greg would look at a car and get car sick.
I think Uncle Mark didn't like that Ryan sat in that car seat and screamed and cried Mark always got stuck sitting next to him.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
Surely
But I
your
love
baby.
him nonetheless. And you know what? Sometimes, like Jeff, when these young kids, they're like infants to just like 3 years old, their wiring is totally wrong. They get it all out. And then when they get to be about 30, everything resolves itself and they become very calm and they get very well adjusted. And so now, as I've gotten older, I realize
Oh, I
that
lost
women
my picture.
that seem to have a short circuit, I tell the younger people that I meet, don't worry about it because 30 years from now, they'll be fine. And the reaction is always the same. I can't wait that long.
Yeah.
I think my favorite story, Mark, was you were up visiting with the kids, Jeff and Greg. You probably don't remember, but you know, when there was four in the house, you know, Ryan and Jason and you guys, Ryan was, he was in his crib taking his nap and we were trying to get to the balloon festival. And when we arrived there after like a 2-hour drive and waiting in traffic, we realized that nobody took Ryan's shoes out of the crib. And there we
Yeah.
were going to be there all day and night without Ryan being able to walk. And so we took an old pair of sneakers that were in the car and shoved newspaper in the front. And the whole day Ryan walked like a clown with these big shoes.
No work.
What was wrong with barefoot back then?
It was an Air Force, you know, not an Air Force, it was a, you know,
Hot air balloon thing?
yeah, so it
I
was on
remember
a.
that. I
it
was
on a-
there.
Yeah, so it was all concrete because it was, the air, the balloons were, remember, Mark, it was in a, not
I
an air-
remember it very well.
It was in
Yeah.
New Jersey, wasn't
So
it?
there was no grass there, Emily, it was all like
Yeah.
concrete, you know, so, we were at some sort of, not community, but small airport. And that's where they took off all the balloons and they had events, but you needed shoes on. And so Ryan didn't have a pair of shoes and we couldn't carry him because like Mark said, he was a terror. And Ryan just wanted to run. So we stuck Jason's sneakers on him with newspaper shoved in the front. But Ryan
Exactly.
was like a clown when he was walking.
Patty, I don't
Great
want to
improv.
interrupt. We've got counting down to 2 minutes to go and I'm using the 40-minute free account.
I have an account.
I want to
can send it-
reestablish it, but then you have to go back.
Hey,
I think the fastest thing to do would be to end this call and then just use the old link. It should work, even though it's over, the same link will work to bring us all back together. If that doesn't work, then send out your new link.
Well, I only have one link. I didn't use the second link, so I'm
No,
on
there's
the,
only one link, the original one on the calendar should get us back in. So we've got about.
we all
90
have to
seconds.
leave and go and then
I'll
relog back. in.
I'll end the call and then I'll start it up again and hopefully everyone should be able to get in and it'll treat it. I don't think it keeps track of the fact that you've ended it and you're gonna go back in. If it doesn't, I'll just send a new invite to everyone. But
Okay.
either way,
well, my diplomas are bigger than your diplomas.
What's that?
My diplomas are bigger than your diplomas.
Hi, Jeff, Greg.
small-
Yeah,
diploma
what
to
they
start.
do is actually lower ranked schools have bigger diplomas to compensate.
Ah,
Whoa.
Oh, that is, I see.
all right,
Ding.
I'm gonna drop this call because it's gonna end on us any second anyway. So
All right.
Okay.
join back in.
Okay,
See you in a
bye.
few
All
minutes.
right.